It's time for Bearcat football with your announcers, Larry Dean Mitchell, and the swift one, Buddy Swift. This broadcast of Bearcat football is sponsored by A1 Superstop, Big World Pharmacy, Booneville Community Hospital, Booneville Family Clinic, Century 21 Fitzgerald Olson Real Estate, Community National Bank, Connie's Gifts, First Western Bank, Jim and Jason's Barbershop, Mazzio's Pizza, Regions Bank, Skinner Hardware and Appliance, Smee's Drugstore, Tyler Ford, Winchell's Electronics, and the Booneville Development Corporation. Please shop these sponsors of Bearcat football.
And a very pleasant good evening, everybody. We're live from Bearcat Stadium in Booneville, Arkansas tonight. First round, AAA high school football playoffs, buddy.
How can it be more exciting than football playoff time?
Look at this crowd, a wonderful crowd. Marianna, hey, somebody lend me a handkerchief so he can wipe the egg off his face.
Okay.
What do you mean telling us Osceola would be here?
Well, you know, not only us was fooled by that, every coach in both the 3 respective A and 4 respective A, they scouted the wrong teams. Thank Gosnell. Gosnell upsets Rivercrest by 4 points or more is the only thing that can throw a monkey wrench in that, and that's exactly what happened.
And we'll tell you a little bit more about that as the evening progresses. The Bearcats have won the coin toss and will receive the football. They'll be moving west to east or left to right on your radio dial, as we used to say.
Exactly. Marianna-Lee is the foe tonight. 4th place team, Larry, out of 3 AAA. However, very talented, a playoff team last year, returning 8 starters on both sides of the ball. Their record is 5-4, a little bit misleading. They've won 4 in a row, including the last 2. I think at a total of 72-0 total score.
By wide margins, the last 4 victories.
Yes. So our team that has been definitely getting better.
So number 2 is going to boot it away. That Shannon Harden for the Marianna-Lee Trojans. A great crowd here tonight, and you can hear them right below us. There's the kickoff from the 40. It's a short squibber fielded at the fumbled out of bounds. Bearcats will have it at their own 36-yard line. Well, that was a short kick, buddy.
Larry, it looked like it kind of squibbed off the side of the kicker's foot for Marianna-Lee, and that is Shannon Harden, who is also going to be the starting quarterback tonight. And it kind of squibbed off to the Booneville sideline, and Levi Luter went to make the catch, and it just bounced off his hands. And fortunately for Booneville, did go out of bounds.
Field here at Bearcat Stadium, a little bit better shape than last week. They've had an earthworm problem, and they've got some sand dunes spread around from about the 30-yard line on the west side all the way to midfield.
Well, everybody's talked about how talented 3 AAA is. Rivercrest, Harrisburg, Osceola, and Marianna-Lee. And, folks, we are going to find out shortly whether those are truths or not.
Derek Davis will start up at quarterback tonight. Daniel Shaw behind him at fullback. On the wings, McDonald and Christian. There's Daniel Shaw into the secondary. All the way up to the 47-yard line. That's going to move the chains, buddy. 1st and 10 Bearcats.
Larry, if you will notice, I want you to take a quick look, Larry, when they line up on defense, something that you and I have talked about quite a bit about what you do against a Booneville option attack that doesn't throw the ball very often. I want you to take a look at the defensive set of the Marianna-Lee Trojans. They have 10 players of the 11 up within about 7 yards of the football. If you'll take a look, you can't even tell where the linebackers are, and you can't even tell where the quarterbacks are.
Cannot.
The secondary is only a safety alone. Everybody else up within 5 yards of the ball.
And the snap, gonna go with Derek Davis. 50, 40, 30, 20, 10, touchdown Bearcats! Holy cow, 53 yards.
Larry, that's an option play to the right side. You can call it a 4-hole veer. Take the ball into the fullback. And Shaw has already shown what kind of character, what kind of strength he's got into the fullback's belly. That 10 men up on the line seemed like every one of them sucked into Shaw, and around the corner, Davis goes for a touchdown.
At 11:20 of the first quarter, the Bearcats have drawn first blood, 6-0. Wayne Pack out to try the point. Christopher King will hold it. The snap, down, up, and good. Booneville 7, Marianna-Lee nothing. We'll be back. to Daniel Shaw, the fullback, and Derek Davis had a wide open field near the sideline just below us, buddy, all the way. That's 53 yards and a touchdown. And how important was it for the Bearcats to strike first?
I think it's very important. This is let's call it an East Coast team. It's on the eastern part of the state. I'm not so sure they've seen an option attack quite as potent as the Booneville Bearcat attack. Obviously, that time they hadn't seen it because Davis was in the secondary before they recognized where the ball was. It's very important to score early on these.
Lots of speed, good size.
One of those speed burners is going to be your split end, who sometimes rotates at quarterback. That's going to be Marcus Brown. They say they've clocked that young man at 4.2 in the 40. That's hard to believe, but that's what they say. That's unbelievable speed.
Andrew Haney, there's the kick, end over end, fielded at the 21, back to the 30, now the 35, down at the 37-yard line. There's some gang tackling there with the Bearcats.
Looks like Rodney Moore on the return.
Andrew Haney was in on the tackle, the kicker, buddy. That makes your heart feel good, right?
It sure does.
Special teams play.
Good special teams play. Also in there is going to be number 51, Josh Tanner, on that stop. However, the ball is moved up to about the 37-yard line with that return. And now Booneville sets up shop on defense. Marianna on offense.
Shannon Harden, the quarterback. The Marianna-Lee Trojans. They've got one back behind him, the fullback. The snap count, deep pitch, now the double reverse. At the 35, 40, 45, 50, down to the Bearcat 46. Number 7 wound up with the football, Marcus Brown. That's the speed merchant. And, buddy, that was a double handoff. Fullback to the halfback, who was wide. And I tell you what.
A reverse right out of the box, and that's going to be enough for a first down. That's about a 14, 15-yard gain right off the box. And like you said, Corey Carter defensively finally makes the stop over here on the Bearcat sideline. 1st and 10 from the 46-yard line of Booneville now.
Trojans come to the line of scrimmage. Shannon Harden, the quarterback. They've got 3 wide outs, right. Deep pitch to the fullback again. Number 31, he's at the 45, the 40, down to the 35.
Still on his feet, finally tackled down to the 35-yard line. Larry, that's going to move the chains again. That's nothing special about that play. That's
Cameron
a pitch
Greer.
sweep.
Cameron Greer out of the fullback post, buddy, and that's a good gain. 2 plays, 2 first downs. This team is what they were billed to be.
Just a pitch sweep. If you notice, Larry, every team that's run a pitch sweep against us has had success with it, including Clarksville. The yardage that they got most of the night was on that pitch sweep to the right side, just like that play there.
Trojans trying to take the Booneville partisan crowd out of this football game. Deep pitch again. Greer, 35, he's going to be nailed for a loss. Great play. Tobler-Turner on the stop.
Larry,
Number 31, Cameron Greer. Well, he looked like he was going to get a lot more than they wound up getting, buddy.
Larry Tobler-Turner just utilized his speed on that time to close the gap. You know, one of the things about going against, defensively at least, against a team with speed is your angles you got to take. That time Tobler-Turner took a great angle. Resulted in a 1-yard loss. 2nd and 11 now for Marianna.
Rodney Moore, 1 wide out. Marcus Brown, the other. They're right and left, respectively. Quarterback Shannon Hart wants to throw a little too far. Ball's incomplete at the Bearcat 5-yard line, buddy. Intended for Rodney Moore, a senior. That'll bring up a 2nd down, and we're going to call it 10.5 yards to go for the first.
Well, Larry, like you said, that pass was intended for number 7, and that's Marcus Brown. That's their speed merchant. It's number 1, wasn't it? Number 1 was the intended receiver.
Rodney Moore.
Yeah, Rodney Moore.
Trying to exploit the secondary of the Bearcats, and they popped the guy loose over there. He had a couple of steps, but the throw was too long.
It was, a matter of fact, that time McDonald was kind of reaching out in desperation at the last, hopefully keeping him from catching the ball.
Anthony Allison wide left. Rodney Moore back out wide right. Shannon Hart at quarterback. Rolling out, deep pitch. Number 31, Greer's going to be nailed back at the 39.
Derek Davis. Larry, they ran an unbalanced line to the left side that time. An unbalanced line, they were stacked to the left. They ran a veer play or an option play to the right, what they call to the nub side. The quarterback was immediately responded to by the defense. He made an early pitch. Derek Davis tackles him for about a 3-yard loss.
That's a great defensive play by Derek Davis. Brings up a 4th and 14. These guys are going to kick it. Their punter will be standing. No, they're not, buddy. Quarterback, I thought they were going to go for the kick. Now they comes to the line of scrimmage. Number 2, Shannon Harden. 4th down, 14 to go. Wants to throw it.
Look for the middle
firing
screen.
over the middle of the plate. Great play.
Great defensive play by Springer.
Andrew Springer on the play. Bearcats will take it over at their own 39-yard line, it looks like.
Larry, it looked like they were setting up the middle screen. They were letting the defensive linemen come through, and it looked like they were going to throw over the top of it. Actually, they threw a little deeper, threw it over the middle. Larry, back to the play before that, where they had the unbalanced line, and then they ran the veer to the right side. It looked like Booneville had scouted that because they didn't react to it. They didn't eagle over. They stayed unbalanced to the left themselves.
Bearcats go with Shaw up the middle. Nothing much there, buddy. You get about a 2-yard gain out of that thing. All the way up to about the 41-yard line from the 39. We'll call it 2nd down and 8. Daniel Shaw out of the fullback position.
Yeah, like you said, Larry, about a 2-yard gain. You know, Larry, that's not all bad. When you can hand the ball to the fullback and he's met at the line of scrimmage and you still get 2 yards, that's a positive.
Well, actually, buddy, they've spotted the football right on the 40-yard line, so they're going to give him about 1.5 yards on the pickup. 2nd down, we'll call it 8.5. Derek Davis. They go with Daniel Shaw into the secondary, still on his feet at midfield. That's going to move the chains. 1st and 10, Bearcats.
Great read that time. Davis does such a great job looking up, keeping his head up when he's meshing with the fullback, and he saw that the tackle had come across, left the ball with the fullback, and he makes a great run all the way down to the 49-yard line. 1st and 10, Booneville, from the Booneville 49-yard line.
Bearcats lead at 7-0, a 53-yard touchdown run by Derek Davis on the first series from scrimmage for the Bearcats. There's the snap. Coming this way, McDonald, 50. McDonald at the 45-yard line.
Still on his feet, still fighting for yardage.
He's going to be ganged up on over there at the 45-yard line. Number 11 and number 21 combined to stop him. That would be Quentin Arnell, along with Samuel Craigett.
Larry, that's the first time we've seen that hand back to the right side, that misdirection play that Booneville's so fond of. They've been just running the option of play, utilizing Shaw, utilizing the veer attack. That time they finally brought McDonald around the end. Now that was Bearcats
45-yard line of the Trojans of Marianna-Lee. 7:29 left in the opening quarter. 7-0 Booneville. Davis hands it off to Shaw. Oh, he nailed almost right there at the line of scrimmage, but he might have lost.
Larry, that's going to be an unusual thing. All right. No gain.
3rd down. 4-yard distance. 7:03 left.
Isolation play, a rotating handoff to Shaw, and Shaw met actually in the backfield before he ever got to the line of scrimmage. Booneville, think about this. Coach Rippey will use that penetration to their benefit here shortly, believe me.
Derek Lee. There's a snap. They're going to go with Derek Davis. All the way down to the 40. I believe Derek on the keeper after the fake to the fullback got the 1st down, buddy.
I believe you're right. Like you said, they're going to mark him just past the 40-yard line of Marianna-Lee, and that is enough for a Booneville 1st down.
Well, the Trojans have not figured out the option tonight, buddy.
So far, they have been so concerned about Daniel Shaw that every time that Davis goes into Shaw and the defense comes hard to him and he pulls him, he's good for 6 or 7 yards before Marianna even reacts to him. So Booneville now has a 1st and 10 from the 40-yard line of Marianna-Lee. 6:26 remaining in the 1st quarter. Booneville leading 7-0.
Jake Bolliard is wide right for the Cats. Now there's a flag before this play gets underway. Davis hands the ball to the official, and let's see what it is. Probably against the Bearcats, buddy.
It's probably going to be a legal motion. It is a legal procedure against the Cats. That'll be a 5-yard penalty, dead ball infraction.
That'll make it 1st and 15 for the Bearcats. 7-0, Booneville out in front early. We're almost halfway through the 1st quarter.
5-yard penalty is not something that you want to do by any means, especially on a night like tonight when you're playing a very admirable foe. 1st and 15.
Dual wides, right and left for the Bearcats. Derek Davis. Somebody jumps. Well, I tell you what, that's going to cost the Cats another 5, buddy. That'll make it 1st and 20.
Well, Larry, that's unusual for the Bearcats. I mean, I'm not sure I've ever seen this all year long do 2 illegal procedures in a row like that.
Yard and Andrew Springer check into the huddle for the Bearcats with the play.
So after setting up with great momentum, 1st and 10 at the 40, now Booneville after 2 consecutive penalties, 1st and 10 at the 50. 1st and 20.
The wingback, McDonald in motion. Davis is going to keep it, cuts upfield, 45, 30, down to the 29-yard line of Marianna, and that will be enough for a first down.
Well,
holy cow, 1st and 20, and Davis pops one.
Just get the 1st and 20. Again, the option attack that Marianna-Lee has yet to figure out.
Boy, that's got to hurt a defense, doesn't it?
And you know they've got great speed. They're running all over the field, but they don't have the assignments in their mind as what they're going to do and what locations they're going to set up for the option attack. 1st and 10 from the 30-yard line of Marianna.
Shaw, the fullback, gets the call. 20-yard line, 17-yard line. Nailed there by number 11. Oh,
still on his feet.
They said that his knee wasn't down. I think he scored. Touchdown.
He never went down.
Oh, I saw that happen at a college game this past weekend. Did you guys see that? The Arkansas game. Just this last Saturday, the identical play. They spun him over, but his knee never hit the ground.
Never touched. He kind of got horizontal with the football field, but his feet was still underneath him, and Marianna quit pursuing him, and he went right on into the end zone for a touchdown.
And I'll tell you what, Daniel Shaw sniffs the end zone. He knew where to go with it.
Give Daniel Shaw a lot of credit. He didn't give up. He just kept running.
How many yards was that, buddy? Did you clock it? Did you map it?
Be a 30-yard touchdown run.
And Pack takes care of the point. Booneville 14, Marianna nothing. We'll be back. They're up 14-0, buddy, and they have come to play football tonight.
Larry, there's no doubt about it. This is as sharp, with the exception of the 2 penalties, consecutive penalties, this is as sharp as we've seen this Booneville football team play all year. No doubt. Andrew Haney approaches the ball, and there is the kick, Larry.
Fielded at the 25. Nailed at the 23. That's a -2-yard return. Boy, what special teams play the Bearcats are getting tonight.
And I believe that was number 32, Larry, on that stop for Booneville, and that's going to be Thomas Bursey. Nice coverage, kickoff team coverage that time by 32 Bursey. Like Brad Riles also in on that stop. Like you said, -2 yards on the return. How can you beat that? Now 24-yard line of Marianna-Lee. Marianna sets up.
Now the Trojans spread it out. They've got 2 wides left, 2 wides right. Shannon Harden at quarterback. 1 lone back in the backfield behind the quarterback. He gets the call. He's going to be nailed at the 25. He'll pick up a yard. 2nd and 9.
Looks like
that was Cameron Greer on the carry.
Looks like Corey Carter.
Actually, buddy, they're going to give him 2 yards on the carry. A little less than 2. We'll call it 2nd and 8 with 5 minutes left in the quarter.
Looks like Corey Carter from his linebacker position was the one that made the defensive stop. He come up hard. Corey Carter's a kamikaze anyway. What else can you say about him?
Trojans going with wideouts, 2 to either side of the football. Want to throw it. There's the pass complete to number 7, but he's not going to get much out of it.
Still on his feet.
Take that back. Still on his feet, fighting for yardage up near the first down marker at the 34-yard line. Larry, the pass went to Marcus Brown, the speed burner.
Larry, they kind of ran a little bubble screen that time, a little dead pitch fake, and then he comes up and throws it, kind of waits and lets Brown kind of fade over the middle, just barely past the line of scrimmage, throw the ball to him, and then he picks up blockers, and he wouldn't be denied. Matter of fact, they're going to take a timeout to measure, Larry. He's close to a first down.
They'll bring the chains just a short distance out to the hash mark to the far side of the field. It's not a very long jaunt for the chain gang. And let's see if he got it. Down goes the stick.
He got
first down. Marianna keeps the football, sustains the drive with 4:32 left in the opening quarter. 14-0. Bearcats have jumped all over the Trojans early here.
Well, as quick and as explosive and as athletic as this Marianna team is, we need as many points as we can get, as quick as we can get them. First and 10 from the 30.
Intended for number 10, incomplete. Well, Anthony Allison was the intended receiver. It looked like it was a catchable ball, a little bit high, but I think he jumped too soon, buddy.
Well, I think that, like you said, he just jumped a little too soon. Actually, Tobler Turner was back on defense that time on coverage, and he was a little turned around. I don't think Tobler knew where the ball was, so they kind of blew a golden opportunity.
That was a catchable pass,
yeah, catchable.
But the receiver didn't time his jump.
Second down and 10 now for the Marianna-Lee Trojans from the 34-yard line of Marianna-Lee.
Shannon Harden. There's the snap. Deep pitch. Greer's got it. 35. Greer up to the 39-yard line. He'll get about 4, maybe 5 yards, and that'll bring up a third down play. Marianna.
Brad Riles on the stop defensively for the Bearcats. Boy, I tell you, Larry, Marianna likes that pitch play, just that simple pitch play, but they run it quickly, and they get good blocking out in front. Marianna now with the ball after that down. The ball is at the 38-yard line, almost the 39, facing a third down and 5.
We've got under 4 minutes left in the opening quarter. 3 minutes, 45 seconds. Third down, 5 to go. Little short pass, incomplete. Intended for number 11, Quentin Arnell. And now we've got a couple of flags, and it's going to be roughing the passer, I think, against the Bearcats.
It's going to be a personal foul against the
Bearcats. Oh, that's a tough one. A tough one on a 3rd and 5. Bearcats managed to escape the pass completion, but they get flagged, buddy, for roughing the quarterback.
Larry, that can hurt you right there. I'm telling you, because the play was over.
First down, 15 yards all the way down to the Bearcat 46-yard line.
That's a big play right there. You've placed them in a punting formation, and then after the play's over, incomplete pass, you push the quarterback down. That deserves a 15-yard penalty, and that deserves a first down. So
now, I was watching the receiver and didn't see the infraction, but you got a glimpse of it.
Yeah, I saw it. Now it's 1st and 10 at the 46-yard line of Booneville.
Shannon Harden, the quarterback. Greer, the fullback. Check it. 7, Marcus Brown. He's loose on the far sideline and driven out of bounds inside the Bearcat 40 at the 38-yard line. Marcus Brown, buddy, and he does have some wings.
He's got some scoots about him. He can run. He can look up and he can run, too. And that's going to be about an 8-yard gain, Larry. They're going to spot the ball at about the 38-yard line.
Well, you're seeing some of the talent now that these guys have. They are quick.
Well, you can't give them a crack, and that's just what we did with that 15-yard penalty. Gave them a crack after we had them hammered down.
3 wideouts to the left. A lone fullback behind the quarterback. Fullback, or Brown gets the call. Brown down to the 31, 1st and 10. That young man has got some talent, buddy. Well, they went with Greer at fullback to start at the running back position. They've switched Marcus Brown from the flanker back to the running back position, and he's made some holes.
And Booneville's going to call timeout, Larry.
Timeout. We'll take time in for this. Back at Bearcat Stadium, opening night of the AAA High School Football Playoffs. Booneville out in front 14-0. But the Trojans of Marianna-Lee are driving the football, buddy. They have it 1st and 10 at the Bearcat 32-yard line after that costly roughing penalty against the Cats.
And they are threatening. I tell you, we were just talking about that during the break. That can result in a 14-point swing. Booneville takes the momentum, could possibly score after holding on downs, and now all of a sudden Marianna-Lee's got the momentum.
They give it to Brown again. This time he's going to be nailed, but he's going to get about 3 out of it. Second down, 7 for the Lee Trojans.
And that's going to be Anthony Tillery, number 8, and I believe Daniel Shaw team up to make that stop.
He gets 3, buddy. 2nd and 7. And I'll tell you, Marcus Brown, the bread and butter back here, he's the man.
And they just handed the ball off to him right up the middle after a good head of steam that time. Just a power play right up the middle. Look at this, 4 wideouts to the left, Larry.
Quad trips, is that right?
Quads to the left.
Shannon Harden, the quarterback. Marcus Brown gets the pitch again, puts a little move on, tries to get outside, driven out of bounds. And he's going to be down near the 25-yard line. It will bring up a third down, and it looks like about 5 to go for the first down, buddy. But this is 4-down territory for the Lee Trojans.
Lee, it's obvious, Larry, by now that Marianna-Lee likes to run to the nub side. When they unbalance and they load to one side, they like to run to the unbalanced side. However, evidently, Booneville has scouted that well because the defense, that time they had 4 guys defensively waiting on Brown on the corner.
Well, they got 4 wides left again. Shannon Harden, here comes Marcus Brown to the left side. At the 25, at the 20, 10, touchdown! Marcus Brown takes it home from 25 yards out, and we've got a new game, guys.
No doubt. Just a pitch. Like I said, they're living and dying and loving this.
I'm going to tell you,
sweep.
if he gets a step on you, you can forget about it.
And that touchdown comes with 2 minutes remaining in the first quarter. And they are going for 2. They're going for two. And Booneville's going to take another timeout.
Timeout, Booneville. Let's take time in for this, and we'll be back. And with 2 minutes left of the opening quarter, Booneville in front 14-6 after the 20-yard touchdown run by Marcus Brown of Marianna-Lee. And the Trojans are going to go for 2, buddy.
Going for 2. They don't even have a kicker out there.
Bearcats barely get a man back onto the field before the snap count. Wants to throw it. Got it up and incomplete. Back of the end zone. At number 11, the intended receiver was Quentin Arnell. Bearcats hold, buddy. Your score 14-6. Booneville.
Larry, I tell you what, Coach Hyatt, the defensive coordinator for the Bearcats, is unhappy. I don't know how else to describe it. He's livid down here because even after the timeout, we didn't get the proper defensive arrangement out of the field. We were one man short on that 2-point conversion, and very fortunate that the fact that the ball was overthrown.
Well, if the quarterback had called the snap count a little earlier, it would have been 5 more, or half the distance of the goal line.
And Coach Rippey is giving he's giving the referee a little bit of a talk too. He's seeing some things that he doesn't like.
Hey, buddy.
Yes.
50th anniversary, Booneville Lions Club.
Lions Club.
They got their 50th annual pancake and sausage breakfast, $5, all you can eat, and a big giveaway. Going to be telling you more about it as the night progresses. But the record, at least one we have, is 16 giant pancakes. I think I can beat that.
If you wasn't sick, I know you could.
I know I could.
I know you could.
There's the kickoff to the 15. Back to the 25. Up to the 29-yard line and dropped right there. Number 25 in on the tackle for Marianna-Lee. Let's get the name to go with the number. Josh Reynolds, a junior, made the stop.
Jeremy McDonald that time faked the little crisscross handoff. He was the initial, he received the kickoff over on the left sideline and faked the handoff to the crisscross back and just kind of kept picking his way until he carried the ball up to about the 28-yard line. 1st and 10 Bearcats.
That's December 4th from 6 o'clock in the morning to 11 o'clock. I guess you can start eating at 6 and eat all the way till 11. Huh? There's the snap. Derek Davis keeps the football. Tries the left side. He's up to about the 32, and these Trojans are now fired up because the momentum pendulum has swung all the way back to the other side.
There's no doubt about it. That momentum pendulum has swung, and Marianna knows they can play now. They know they can score. They know they can run on our defense, and so they've got a little bit of fire in their gut right now.
Bearcats pick up 3, 2nd and 7. 1:25 and counting in the opening quarter. Bearcats out in front, 14-6.
Davis on a keeper that time to the left side, little option keeper.
Andrew Springer goes wide left for the Cats. Derek Davis going to hand it off to McDonald, trying to get the corner. He's going to be dropped by an ankle at the 32-yard line, and Jeremy might have gotten a yard, but that's about it, buddy. It'll bring up a 3rd down. And this defense of Marianna-Lee is playing inspired football.
It's starting to swarm a little bit, aren't they? They are playing inspired.
Well, they got some talent. There's no doubt about it. Larry, 45 seconds left, buddy.
They did give him a 1-yard gain on that, Larry, so they're going to show a 3rd down and 6 for Booneville. This is a huge, huge 3rd down. You got to stop this momentum that Marianna has picked up.
Well, I wouldn't be surprised to see Shaw get it. They're going to give it to Daniel. He's going to get 1st down up to the 40. Oh, a nice little second surge of effort there, buddy. They hit him at about the 36, and he kept driving to get the 40.
Well,
1st and 10.
That was a real money play right there. Just money in the bank. Shaw, I tell you, you don't know how blessed a football team is to have a fullback like Shaw. Just tough, gutsy, got some decent speed, and his heart is about as big as a Volkswagen.
The long line of fullbacks at Booneville continues with Daniel Shaw. Great fullbacks.
Good block out in front there by his offensive line, especially Brian Manus, the center there.
Springer wide right. Curtis Christian in motion. Christian gets the call. Christian at the 50, at the 40, at the 30. He could go all the way. Yes!
Touchdown.
Curtis Christian, 60 yards and a touchdown.
60-yard run. Curtis Christian. Larry, that play is called a blast, and we have not run it all night.
Well, I had a blast looking at it.
The Trojans have not seen that play. They've seen us mix it up at the line of scrimmage, make a single fake, make a crisscross move, and that time a rotation, what appeared to be a rotation handoff to the fullback, resulted in a rotation handoff to a motion back, Curtis Christian, that comes in right behind Shaw. He goes off of his hip and scores a 60-yard touchdown
And it comes, buddy, as the clock runs down in the fourth quarter. Wayne Pack. I got a timeout down on the field. Is it an official timeout? Let's see.
Well, let's look. Looks like the official's scolding the Marianna-Lee nose man. I don't know. Okay. There it is. Equipment timeout.
Christopher King is going to hold the football at the 10. And Mr. Wayne Pack, we call him Almost Perfect Pack. There it is. It's up. And it is good. Your score, Booneville 21, Marianna-Lee 6, and we'll be back to start the Q2 after this.
All right.
Chris Brown, 20 yards and a touchdown, and the Bearcats answer in the best way possible. Curtis Christian, 60, going the other way.
How do you slow the momentum down of an oncoming train? Throw the brake. And that's exactly what they did. The Bearcats stopped up momentum in the best way you can. Trip the brake. And I mean, they went with our offense, went to the tune of 60 yards on a touchdown run. Curtis Christian.
We're going to pass scores along to you as we get them. So far, we don't have any.
You are listening to Booneville Bearcat football simulcast on
Thing of beauty the way you do that.
Watch the replay tomorrow at 10 or get out here.
I think that could get an NAB award if we submitted it. Bearcats kick it off.
And there's Haney with the boot.
Angles it to the 27.
Holy
There's
cow.
a kamikaze lick by Tillery.
That is Anthony Tillery coming down with his hair on fire.
Well, let me tell you something. Number 20 was on the receiving end of that, Anthony Hargrove.
Oh, man, pour some water on Anthony. He's on fire. I mean, he just took his legs out from underneath him.
And the Trojans will have it at their own 25-yard line. Trailing 21-6. Bearcats out in front. We just kicked off to start the second quarter.
I'll tell you, Booneville is a spirited bunch. There's no doubt about it. They don't know. They don't think anybody can beat him, and I like that.
Trips left, the single right. 4 wides total. Shannon Harden looking to his left, firing, got his man. Ball! Ball is stripped away, and the Bearcats have it, I believe.
And the Bearcats have it.
The Bearcats stripped it away and recovered it at the 35-yard line.
Larry, what a deal. I'm telling you, number 11 for the Lee County Trojans, Marianna-Lee, was the receiver, Quentin Arnell. He made the reception, had some yardage, and I mean just the Bearcats stripped him clean.
Oh, my.
Number 45, Springer, was the young man who stripped him bare.
Bearcats would like another one.
So
they've got to navigate 34 yards here to get it. Hash mark to the far sides where they spotted. Derek Davis brings his troops to the line. McDonald in motion. McDonald.
Shaw right up the middle.
Now you're right. Shaw, the fullback, got the first option went to Shaw. He took it down to the 27. It's going to be about 3 yards shy of a first down.
I tell you what, our offense is so diverse. It is so diverse. But I'm going to tell you, the concrete that holds that thing together is Daniel Shaw. Daniel Shaw is the foundation of that offense, because when we absolutely have to have something bad, Daniel Shaw delivers it.
There is an official's timeout down on the field. Now they start the clock back. I don't know what the problem was.
It's going to be 2nd down and 3. Ball at the 27-yard line of Marianna-Lee.
Derek Davis. They're going to give it to Shaw again. This time he is full to the ground, but he's going to pick up a couple of more. Let's see. I don't know if he got the first down, buddy. I think he crossed the 25-yard, but they're going to spot it right just inside the 25 and call him about a foot shy.
He's just about a foot shy. You know, you're in 4-down territory. You're at the 24-yard line. This is one of those little creative downs that you can do something with. You know, at least when you got Nintendo and you got Pro Techno Super Bowl, you do something really funky with a 3rd down and a foot. And so maybe that's the case here.
I have no idea what you're talking about.
Oh, I bet you do.
From the 25. Now the Bearcats jump. It's going to cost them 5
Oh,
more.
my goodness. We sure did. We moved towards the line of scrimmage.
Looked like Bolliard might have lined up offsides.
No, it was the wingback on this side. Step towards the line of scrimmage and then step back. There's no reason for that. That's 3 illegal procedure penalties on us. I know. Here's the thing we got to understand. Booneville's hyped. They're ready to play some football tonight, and you know they're in the clouds. They're really wanting to play this game bad.
3rd down, 6 to go. Long snap count. McDonald in motion. Shaw ran into his own quarterback. That was a little bit of a mix-up. Did you see that?
Larry, there was a mix-up on that play.
Well, he jolted Derek Davis.
Derek Davis was reaching down to the hole, the number 2 hole, and Shaw was running up the middle like he was going over the center, like he was running that little inside mid-line.
4th down at a yard. Daniel winds up with 5 yards out of it, and they haven't been able to figure out Daniel Shaw tonight.
And that's even on a busted play.
4th and 1. So the Cats are going to go for the first here. No reason not to with 9:35 left. 21-6 Booneville. Now somebody jumps. I think it was the Bearcats again.
It was. That's going to be another legal procedure penalty.
Was it number 56? It looked like 56. Aaron Plunkett. So it's going to be 4th down and 6 now instead of 4th and 1. I'd rather have the 4th and 1.
You know, all year long, Larry, we have been running like a Swiss watch. I mean, it's just everything is just on time. Everything is just so smooth. And now that is what? Is that 5? Is that 5 or is that 4? 4 illegal procedure penalties.
They're just
of all various kinds.
I think you hit the nail on the head earlier when you said we're a little bit anxious tonight. We're all hyped up, ready to go, and going a little too quickly.
So now it's 4th and 6.
Christian in motion. Davis keeps it. 1st down. He may go all the way. Touchdown. Derek Davis.
Holy cow.
Started inside and then popped outside from 34 yards. Holy cow.
I'll tell you, whoever gets this film, if Booneville goes on to win this ball game, and whoever gets this film for next week, whether it be Ashdown or whoever, they're going to go, what in the world are we going to do to stop that option attack? Marianna-Lee has not a clue right now how to stop it.
Score comes at 8:58 of the 2nd quarter. Here's Pack. Wayne Pack looks like it got through. It trailed off left, but managed to get through. Your score, Booneville 28, Marianna 6, and we'll be back. At Stadium in Booneville, Arkansas. Booneville is pulled out in front of Marianna-Lee 28-6 with 8:58 left in the 2nd quarter.
Larry, you've got to give a lot of credit to the Booneville offensive line. I tell you what, they have done a great job. Wells, Manus, Moats, goodness sakes, they've just done such a super job. Plunkett.
There's the kick, angled again to the 27-yard line. Greer has it. Back to the 39-yard line.
Looks like he's finally going to be upended by Springer that time, Larry. He's going to get, like you said, to the 39-yard line.
Rivercrest leads Ozark 14-7 early. That would be in the 2nd quarter probably, right? 14-7, Rivercrest Colts in front of the Ozark Hillbillies. Cameron Greer was on the return, buddy. Back to the 39, very close to the 40-yard line.
And so now defensively, Booneville sets up and gets an opportunity to set a little dominance on defense. Last time, Marianna-Lee scored. Come on, defense, suck this thing up.
There's the deep pitch. It goes to Greer, trying to pick his spot. And the Bearcats pick their spot, unfortunately for Greer, at the 40-yard line.
They sure did. Brad Riles put a stop to the end of that anyway.
with an exclamation point on it at
the
end of it.
I was just going to brag about how Marianna-Lee gets on that pitch sweep. They run that old student body pitch to where the linemen kind of pull and go down lateral and pick a defensive guy up. I was going to brag on how well they do that, how they go down and mesh and really get a good block, but however, the Booneville defense just broke through the blocks.
Boy, the Trojans need to get something going. They're almost on the verge of letting this slip away in the first half. Booneville out in front by 3 touchdowns. Wide outs all over the field for Marianna. Let's see if they can get the football to him. Shannon Harden, there's a little shuttle pass. Goes up to the 44-yard line, not much. Going to get about 3. Third down and 6. Check it.
Well, Larry, there was a couple of pretty good hits in there. I believe on number 57 was one of them that is in on that, and that's going to be Tony Davis. Anthony Tillery also in on that. There were several of them laid a pretty good lick on him. It's going to be 3rd down and 6, Larry. The ball spot at 44-yard line of Marianna.
And the Trojans come up to the line. Down 28-6, 7:33 left in the opening half. Deep pitch, Marcus Brown. He's been the bread and butter guy up near the first down sticks at the midfield stripe. He's going to be just a little shy, I believe, of the first down. Let's see. He's about a half a yard shy, it looks like, buddy.
He's going to be close. They may even take a timeout. No, they're showing 4th down.
Yeah, he didn't get it. He had to get the stick is right on the 50-yard line. He's about 6 inches off of it.
What was that you said, Stacy? What was that you said about Brown? Boy, he can move. I'm telling you, he gets to the line of scrimmage quick.
That kid's got speed.
He's not afraid to hit either.
Quarterback sneak. Shannon Harden, he might have gotten the first down. I think he did. Yeah, they're going to give him the first down just over the 50-yard line into Bearcat territory. Shannon Harden.
Boy, he barely got it. And to try to pick out a purple jersey that made that stop is going to be impossible.
Well, I tell you what, they might be better off to go with Marcus Brown every down.
You know, that young man has got, Larry, if you'll take a look, he's got some pretty good size to him.
Yes, he does.
I tell you what, from my position back here, he's just a streak when he takes off.
He's fast.
He's fast.
4-2 is Division I.
Deep pitch. Marcus Brown. No, it's not Brown. It's Greer this time. And there's a flag.
And that's going to be Brad Riles. Brad Riles takes the shoelaces off for him.
Cameron Greer on the carry. Got it down to the 35, but let's sort out the flags. It's against Marianna.
It's going to be a holding call.
Well, that's going to take it back from the spot of the infraction, which the flag's kind of resting at the 47-yard line. It may be from there.
They're going to take the penalty, I'm sure, because there was a 3-yard gain, and they're going to take the penalty, no doubt.
It's going to take it back to the 38-yard line, it looks like. No, it's a 10-yarder. Yep. Takes it back to about the 43-yard line. It'll bring up first down. First down and what, 20?
Actually, I think that official kind of gave us about 11 yards on that.
I think he did. First and 20.
We'll take it, though, won't we, Jason? All day long.
Shannon Harden at quarterback. Deep pitch.
Well,
Marcus Brown. 45.
Look at that speed, Larry.
50. Marcus Brown gets 12 of those 20 back. Second down and 8. He's by far the player you got to watch on this Marianna-Lee team.
Larry, that's a 10-yard gain. It just took a heartbeat to get 10
Actually,
yards.
he got about 11 or 12, buddy. They had a first and 20.
That's
and
true.
We're looking at a second and 9.
That's true. And, I mean, he gets it in a hurry.
That young man has been impressive tonight for Marianna-Lee.
Second 9. Ball at the 48 of Booneville.
Harden, the quarterback. Fakes to Brown. Pitches it out on the pass to the Bearcat 39. That's where his motion's going to be marked down at the Bearcat 39. First and 10, Marianna-Lee.
That's going to be a first down for the Marianna-Lee Trojans. The chains move again as Marianna continues to march.
Well, the Trojans would like to get it in before the half. They go in down 2 touchdowns, but guess who gets it coming out in the second half? Marianna.
Yes, they do.
That's the way they want to draw it up.
Offensively, they're potent. I mean, they can put some points up. And like we said, they've won. As a matter of fact, I think I've got them here somewhere, the scores that they have scored.
And the Harden wants to throw it again. Looking deep. Deep. got it. Touchdown down to the 1-yard line. Number 11. What a pass
That was
play.
a great catch.
Quentin Arnell broke free, and that ball was beautifully placed by Shannon Harden, buddy.
Larry, that's going
I
to be
thought he was going to score.
That's going to be about a 43-yard pitch and catch right there.
They've marked him down at the 2. First and goal, Marianna.
Marianna last week beat Brinkley 42-0.
Boy, you can never be comfortable when you're playing a team like this.
And they beat Truman in week 9, 30-0. They scored 36 points on Osceola in whipping Osceola 36 to
Guess
20.
who's going to get the ball this down? I'm taking bets.
Brown.
Hey, Marcus Brown. Let's see if it pans out. He gets it, and he goes into the end zone. Touchdown, Marianna-Lee. The score comes at 5:01 of the second quarter, and it's now 28-12.
Well, right now, as of the second quarter, has turned into a track meet. Booneville runs up and down the field, scores points. We shoot fireworks. Marianna runs up and down the field and scores points, but we don't shoot fireworks.
Boy, they are by far the best offensive team we've played this year.
It's been a track meet. They are a good offensive team. There's no doubt about that.
They're going to go for 2. Going for 2 again from the 3-yard line. Harden. Oh, ball goes errant. Harden pitched it back to Marcus Brown. It went over Marcus's right shoulder pad, buddy.
And so that 2-point conversion is no good.
And the score, Booneville 28, Marianna-Lee 12. Let's take a break. Back at Bearcat Stadium. 5 minutes, 1 second left in the opening half. 28-12. Booneville out in front of Marianna-Lee. But, buddy, you can't be too comfortable.
Not with this crew. That's by far.
Kickoff goes to the 10. Bearcats on the return. And let's see who had it. Andrew Springer is going to be nailed at the 22-yard line. First and 10, Booneville from their own 22. No, there's a lot of talent on this Marianna-Lee team.
Well, like I said at the beginning of the game, they returned 8 on both sides of the ball off the team that made the playoffs last year. And so talent-wise, they came in, and they came in with players that can run. I mean, they've got 3 players that are sprinters.
They just have not been able to figure out the Bearcat option tonight.
Sprinter quality. Right now, defensively, Marianna's defensive coordinator doesn't know what to do to stop or has not prepared them to stop the opposite attack.
Bearcats have dual wideouts to the right, and they go up the middle of Shaw, the fullback, over the 25 to about the 26-yard line. Every time Daniel gets it tonight, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 yards.
Yes.
They haven't figured him out. They haven't figured out at least that you cannot arm tackle Daniel Shaw.
I'm not sure that you can figure it out, Daniel Shaw. I mean, you're going to have to hit him with
well,
a truck.
I'd hate to have the assignment, but I'm going to drop down to his ankles and try to roll under him.
Low, yeah.
Springer goes wide right for the Cats. Derek Davis back to McDonald the other way. 30, 35. Missed tackle there. 40, 50. 35-yard line, and Marcus Brown all the way across the field to bang him out of bounds.
Marcus Brown. Let's see where they spot that ball. They're going to spot it at the 30-yard line. That's going to be 10, 20, 30, 40. That's going to be about a 42-yard gain, Larry.
Well, number 1, Rodney Moore missed a tackle. Did you see that at the 40-yard line? Looked like he had an angle on McDonald, but just didn't play the ball.
McDonald that time on that handback play, that misdirection play with the pulling lineman, and cut across the grain, across the field. First and 10, Booneville to 30.
Christian in motion. Up the middle of Shaw. They gang tackle Daniel Shaw at the 28-yard line. It's going to be a pickup of about 2. Would leave the Bearcats with a 2nd and 8.
Well, there was 3 defenders that time for Marianna who made the tackle on Shaw.
Well, that number 68 is
He's a hoss.
He is.
That
number 68, let me tell you who it is. It's Mount Smith. H.D. Smith. The only thing bigger around here is Mount Magazine.
He is huge. About a 2-yard gain. Booneville looking at 2nd and 8 now.
McDonald in motion. McDonald gets it. McDonald into the secondary. Going to be stopped after about a 2-yard gain. It's going to bring up, buddy, it looks like a 3rd down and 6 probably. And they're going to spot it at the 26-yard line. 3rd down and 6, Bearcats, 3:14, clock moving. Bearcats would love to have another one before halftime.
Would love to have a touchdown before halftime, no doubt. 3rd down and 6. This is going to be an interesting call right here by Coach Rippey.
We're under 3 minutes in the second quarter, 28-12. Booneville out in front. And off. No, it's Cap Davis loses his footing.
He tripped.
And that's in one of the areas of the field where they've got a lot of sand down there, buddy.
Larry, he had a seam big enough to drive a truck through on that option play to the left side, and he just fell down.
And look at it, 4th down and 5. The Cats are going to go for it here, no doubt.
I am not sure. When I look at this on TV tomorrow, I'll get a better look at it, but I'm not sure that he wouldn't have scored on that.
He might have.
If he'd have just been able to keep his feet, because the hole was there.
Well, you know what happened, don't you? He got sand in his shoes.
Got sand in his shoes. 4th and 4 now.
Couldn't get out of the sand trap.
Ball at the 25-yard line.
4th down play, and Shaw's going to be stopped shy. Marianna's going to take over, buddy, with 2:07 left in the first half, and they hold the Bearcats on this one.
That's going to be the first time defensively they've stopped Booneville from scoring all night long.
Nobody up in this booth tonight knows more about sand traps than Jason Barber Rodads. Whenever he plays golf, that's where he stays.
Now there's 2 minutes and 7 seconds remaining in this first half, and Booneville's defense has to do something to stop them from scoring.
And these guys are explosive.
They
We've
are
overused
explosive.
it, but the word tonight, but there's no other word really to describe them. Trips to the left, a lone wide to the right, Shannon Harden at quarterback, Marcus Brown at the running back position. They give it to Brown, I believe. Oh, it might have been Greer. Let's see.
I think it's Greer.
It is. Cameron Greer. Cameron Greer on the call, and Cameron is going to be mugged at the 25. Wow.
That's going to be Jacob King, I believe, on the stop on that.
You're going to see Marcus Brown, the football in his hands before the end of this half. I'll guarantee you, with 1:40 left.
Number 60, Jacob King, defensively from his tackle position on that stop.
They've got Marcus Brown flanked wide left, buddy, wide left. Shannon Harden at quarterback. Boy, you got to get the ball in his hands.
1:27.
There it is. He's got it, but nowhere out. Well, he makes something out of it. He's up to the 40-yard line, the 44. I thought they had him for a loss, and all of a sudden he's gained 15 or 20 yards.
I'm telling you, and he was just a crack away from going 88.
Well, he didn't catch that football until there were a bunch of purple jerseys around him.
And he's like a magician. When he came out of
Marcus Brown for Marianna is no slouch.
1:11 remaining. Ball is now 1st and 10 at the 42-yard line.
There's the deep pitch. Greer's got it. Greer at the 46.
Oh, there's a lick.
And Greer's going to be a little bit slow getting up.
Little slow.
Cameron Greer just got waylaid, and now Jeremy McDonald sees if he's okay. Timeout on the field. You want to break or keep it here? We're going to take a break. And 7 yards to go for Marianna-Lee. 58 seconds. No, they put 3 seconds back on the clock. It's now 1:01. I could have sworn it was 58 seconds.
The official instructed the timekeeper to put the time back on, Larry. 2nd
down. 7 yards to go. Deep pitch, fake. Gonna throw it. Got a man. Intercepted. Tobler Turner goes high and comes down with it at the Bearcat 31.
Great job by Tobler Turner. Again, he continues to impress you, but Tobler Turner always makes great plays, and that's one of them. Boy, I tell you what, he was open for a minute. The pass was intended for Marianna about the 30-yard line to what appeared to be a wide-open receiver.
He was. The quarterback just didn't get the ball to him when he should have.
And Tobler Turner comes out of nowhere and just picks the ball up out of the air.
So the Bearcats have 55 seconds to burn. Motion back. Christian, he's going to get the call. Into the secondary. Finally dropped at the 38-yard line in Bearcat territory. Bring up a 2nd down. He's going to get about 5, buddy. We'll call it 2nd and 5. 41 seconds left. Clock moving. Bearcats in no hurry, really. They've got a 28-12 lead. Springer comes out wide left. Cats haven't thrown the ball at all tonight.
I believe they'll probably try to get the ball into Jeremy McDonald's hands. He's got the speed.
They're going to go with Derek Davis. He keeps it into the secondary. Well, number 21 trying to wrap him up by the shoulders. That was Anthony Hargrove. Samuel Craigett, pardon me. And found out he had to slide down.
The ball is, however, still at the Booneville 46-yard line.
12 seconds. This will be the last play of the first half. Coming this way, Curtis Christian, 50, 45, down to the 47. He gets out of bounds with 3 seconds left, so we'll snap it one more time. 3 seconds left in the opening half.
Well, Larry, let me ask you this, because we have seen that Booneville can throw the football. We have seen that.
Hadn't thrown it tonight. It'd be a good spot for one, right?
That little rotation play to where he rolls out, takes the hand back, and rolls out to the right or to the left, preferably to the right, him being a right-handed quarterback.
Well, they got wides to both sides. Let's see what the Bearcats do with it. Davis gives it right up the middle to Shaw at the 30. At the 25, shoved out of bounds at the 21, and that's going to do it for the first half. Your score, Booneville 28, Marianna-Lee 12. Let's come back after the halftime show and tell everybody where we stand. Okay?
All right. A great ball game tonight.
Bearcats have to kick it off to Marianna-Lee, buddy, to start the second half, and well, we need to stop them.
And we have seen at least in the second quarter, Larry, Marianna-Lee's offensive prowess is fine. I mean, they can score, they can run. They've got good tools out there offensively.
They got a lot of talent. Well, Ashdown trails Dover at halftime, 14-7. We were expecting Ashdown, if we win, to be here next week, but it could be Dover. If we hold the lead here tonight over Marianna-Lee, which we hope we can.
Rivercrest and Ozark are tied at halftime.
14 all.
Larry, at one of the breaks after the second half starts, I've got a few statistics courtesy of Glenn Parrish to go over.
So the Bearcats get ready to kick it away to start the second half of this game. 28-12, Booneville out in front.
Larry, I believe Booneville in that first half was ready to really put the icing on this cake, and there was that penalty that kind of...
There's the kick, short, out of bounds at the 30. Fires a flag. Well, Cameron Greer was hit a little prematurely after he let the ball go out of bounds. I believe number 40 is going to get the flag for the Bearcats, and that would be Brad Riles.
Larry, that's not going to be any good at all, because here's what's going to happen. That means that Marianna would have the ball at the 35-yard line and tack 15 yards if they go with a major infraction personal foul. That means that ball is going to end up at the 50-yard line.
That's great field position for Marianna to start the second half.
Okay, I saw 2 flags. Let's take a look. And Larry, I guess
there was a flag. Maybe it was inadvertent, but maybe they waved it off. But I clearly saw a flag.
It looked like they were going to charge a personal foul. There was 2 flags that went to, but the ball is at the 36-yard line.
So Shannon Harden starts out at quarterback for Marianna here in the second half. Out to Marcus Brown. Marcus Brown scampers up to about the 38. It's going to be a pickup of about 2 yards, but that's all.
Well, Larry, I'm sure defensively that Coach Hyatt, is the defensive coordinator for the Bearcats, has done some changing and has kind of done a little bit of informing on the defensive staff or the defensive players of Booneville. Hopefully we'll see a little bit tighter defense on them in this half.
Marcus Brown goes wide left. They've got 3 wides to the right, buddy. Shannon Harden and Cameron Greer are the 2 in the backfield. Quarterback pitch to Greer. He wants to throw it. Out in front. Oh, incomplete. It was intended for number 10. That's a little razzle-dazzle, old razzle-dazzle play.
The old
Anthony Allison was the intended receiver.
McDonald on the coverage that time. Also, Springer, number 45, Andrew Springer.
Third down.
Back on coverage for the Bearcats. So that shows you good defensive coverage by the Bearcats. They're running a halfback pass, and everybody going downfield's covered. Great job by the Booneville defense.
Third down, 7 to go. Hash mark to the far side. Marianna-Lee in possession of the football. They trail Booneville 28-12 in the third quarter. Shannon Harden looking for the seam. He's got it. Nifty little move, and he's slammed down at the midfield stripe. He's going to be a yard shy of the first down, buddy, and that'll bring up 4th and 1 from the midfield stripe. Will they go for it?
This is going to be a big call by Marianna-Lee because
they need to keep. Actually, it's at the 45-yard line. I'm about 5 yards off, but they need to make the 46-yard line for the first down. They're about a yard shy. They're going to go for it.
They're going for it.
I got to put the ball in the hands of Marcus Brown here, folks. And he's at the running back position. They go with a single running back, these guys do. Brown, did he get it? It's close.
He's going to be close. I believe he's going to get it by about half a yard.
Yeah, he got it.
Well, they gave him a good spot, Larry. There's no doubt about that. Ball is now going to be spotted at the 46-yard line of Marianna.
First down, 10 to go. 10:34 left in the third quarter. 28-12, Booneville out in front.
Booneville defense needs to do something to stiffen up here, get this ball turned over on downs.
Harden takes the snap, deep pitch to Cameron Greer. Got some blockers out in front, turns the corner. He's into Bearcat territory and slammed out of bounds down near the 40-yard line. That'll be a 1st and 10 if they mark it there. Let's see.
Larry, it's going to be close. It's going to be real close.
Well, you're right. They brought it back and marked it at about the 44-yard line of Booneville, and he looks a little bit shy, buddy, but it's going to be a 2nd down and inches.
Larry, it's less than the length of a football short of a first down. So like you said, 2nd down and inches. They ran that pitch sweep to the left side. So far, that has been a real tough play for the Bearcats to stop.
Unbalanced line to the right. Shannon Harden flips it out to Marcus Brown. He cuts on a dime, but gets very little out of it.
He's going to lose some yardage,
actually,
Larry.
We haven't seen that much tonight. Marcus Brown loses about a yard on the play. 3rd down and 2.
Actually, he's going to lose about a yard and a half on that. Great defensive coverage that time.
Well, they want to hang on to the football, Marianna does, and put some points on the board and then try to get back in it. They trail by 2 touchdowns plus 2.
Tony Davis on that defensive stop that time for the Bearcats.
3rd down play, deep pitch, Cameron Greer. It's going to be nailed. Oh, wait, 2nd effort gets the 1st down. What a play by Cameron Greer. He was hit behind the line of scrimmage, buddy, and that's just sheer determination on the part of the fullback, Cameron Greer.
Larry, you remember how we talked about early in the first half about how defensive angles change when you're playing a team with speed? We got to see a prime example of that. We had pursuit by 3 different defensive players that had what appeared to be good angles on Greer. However, the speed of Greer was just that little difference that kept the defensive leverage from in front to behind him.
Cameron Greer nails the 1st down for Marianna. Hash mark to the far side. The Trojans maintain control of the football. Little swing pass out to Marcus Brown, and Marcus Brown, yeah, he makes it after he catches. It's when the excitement starts.
Boy, he gets good yardage. When he catches the ball, when he runs the ball, he is always going to do something positive. He's not only got great speed, that 4.2 40 speed we talked about, he's got decent size, and he is not afraid to hit you.
That young man will play college football somewhere, 4.2 speed.
Well, if I'm a college coach, I'd be looking at him right now. And he's durable.
2nd down and 4, buddy, from the Bearcat 36-yard line. Dual wides to either side of the football. Harden wants to throw. Got a man. Oh, great play by Davis, but it caroms into the hands of the receiver, and it's complete. Holy cow.
Davis made a great job on that.
Quentin Arnell, what happened, folks? Derek Davis made the play of the night, but he tipped it to the receiver. Quentin Arnold, 1st and 10 at the Bearcat 10 or 11-yard line.
I think it even went so far that once it was tipped, Larry, I think it came off Davis's shoulder pad. The ball came off a shoulder pad and had just enough loft on it for the ball to be caught by the receiver. 1st and 10, just outside the 10 for Marianna. Threatening hard.
Marianna, give it to Cameron Greer. Greer picks his way to the 10, maybe just inside the 10-yard line.
Looks like
that's going to be a pickup of a yard, buddy. 2nd and 9. Well, Marianna-Lee received the kickoff, buddy. We're at the 8-minute mark, and they've maintained this drive, and they're very close to the Bearcat goal line from the 10.
Good sustained drive. Anthony Tillery that time, I think, was the young man who put the stop on the the offense of Marianna-Lee. Second down, 9.
Harden flips it back. Cameron Greer at the 5. Touchdown. Cameron Greer takes it in from 10 yards out.
Larry, you know that was a lead option that time by Marianna-Lee, and the quarterback actually did not do a great job in timing that pitch. He pitched the ball way early. He didn't even let the defense put any pressure on him, and so he sold the play way too early, and Greer was still able to get the ball in the end zone.
Well, that's the Greer's talent compensated for the late pitch. Score comes at 7:36 of the third quarter. These guys are going for 2 again, buddy. They're down 28-18 now. Deep pitch. Marcus Brown is in. The 2-point conversion is good, and the score, Booneville 28, Marianna-Lee 20, and we'll be back. Marianna-Lee's Trojans takes 4 minutes and 24 seconds, and it culminates in a touchdown and a 2-point conversion. And guess what, folks? We got a brand new ball game at 28-20 Booneville with 7:36 left in the third quarter. The Bearcats need to suck it up and drive it home.
They did.
Tobler Turner picks it up at the 14. Tobler's back to the 30, 40, 50, 45-yard line. Holy cow,
What a return.
What a great play, and Tobler Turner kind of breaks the back of the Trojans.
That's a 45-yard return on the kickoff.
That young man has been getting it done all year long, buddy.
And
big plays, game after game.
And Larry, Tobler Turner has not practiced hardly at all this week because he has got a separated shoulder, that right shoulder of his that we saw hurt last week, and he's doing a great job. 1st and 10, ball inside Marianna-Lee territory at the 44-yard line.
Bearcats have a wide right out. Davis goes to Shaw into the secondary down to the 36-yard line. Daniel Shaw. Daniel's going to get about 6 on a first down play, buddy.
Just an isolation play that time to the fullback, rotating the handoff to him. I tell you what, the Marianna-Lee defensive coordinator is 10 yards out on the field.
He got 7.
He is absolutely livid.
2nd and 3.
He somehow wants this Marianna-Lee team to stop them off, defensively. How do you do it, though?
He's a weapon, no doubt about it. Daniel Shaw from the 36, hash mark to the near side. Bearcats, who at one time led 28-6, have seen it evaporate to 28-20. Derek Davis has got the first down near the 31-yard line, but, buddy, it looked like a blowout, didn't it, to start?
It did look like we were going to blow it out, but Marianna-Lee, give this team credit. This team could have laid down. Matter of fact, Larry, we talked about this a moment ago. I think one pivotal play, we were one play away from getting this thing done, and that was that penalty. The penalty where we would have stopped them from getting a first down. They end up scoring.
Big play.
That was a big play. Give them credit. They haven't quit.
First down, 10 to go from the Marianna 31-yard line. Bearcats have it. Flags on the play. Somebody lined up. That's what it looks like.
We moved again on the left side of the offensive line. Illegal
5
procedure.
yards against the Cats. 1st and 15. Boy, that penalty's jumped up and bit us this year.
That is 5 illegal procedure penalties tonight.
Well, you know what? We haven't turned the football over on a fumble or an interception, but these penalties have been a thorn in the side.
Now the ball is spotted at the 36-yard line of Marianna-Lee.
6 minutes left in the third quarter. 28-20, Booneville out in front. McDonald, that's Curtis Christian at the 30, picking his way down the sideline, cuts back. No, they call him out of bounds. At the 24, they say Curtis stepped out of bounds.
That's Tobler Turner there, Larry. 24 on the carry.
Okay, Tobler Turner, pardon me.
Tobler. Boy, he was like a ballerina over here on the sideline.
Got more moves than Bobby Fischer, doesn't he?
Oh, I'm telling you.
2nd down and 2. The pickup is, well, actually it's about a 7-yard gain. 2nd and 3, we'll call it. Line of scrimmage, the 24-yard line of Marianna-Lee. Trojans dig in. They trail by 8. McDonald in motion. Jeremy gets it. He's going to be nailed. That's a good solid tackle. What a tackle by number 76. And we don't have a number 76 on the roster. I hate it when you can't give these kids credit by name. Well, there he is. Okay, he's 40/76. Stephen McDonald. What a play Stephen McDonald made.
Larry, there was about a 2-yard loss on that.
Third down, 3 yards to go, maybe closer to 4 even. Well, he just sliced through the line and nailed Jeremy at the ankles.
Just stuck him hard. The ball is spotted inside the 25. It's a 24, like you said, 3rd and 3, possibly 3rd and 3.5.
Bolliard is wide right. Go with Daniel Shaw, and he's going to be stopped shy. Daniel Shaw is going to be a couple of, they say fumble. The Marianna-Lee players saying they have a fumble down there. Let's see if they're right.
Boy, there's a mass of humanity. They're having to pull everybody out of there.
Bearcats got it back. Clock starts up. Bearcats looking at a 4th down, and that's a long 2, buddy. They stopped Daniel Shaw for no gain that time, and that's quite an effort.
Larry, I tell you what, that defensive coordinator for Marianna-Lee, he just might as well go out in there to just play with them. He's about halfway out onto the field. He's trying to tell them that they're going to run the option. They're going to run the veer, and that probably Davis will end up with the football.
Well, he is on the field. In fact, 2 coaches from Marianna are on the field over there. There we go. Shaw did he get it? I don't know.
He got it.
I think he did. He needed to get just outside the 20, and he got just inside, buddy. Oh, yeah, he got in. There's the signal. 1st and 10, Bearcat. Big play.
And Shaw's come up a little gimpy, Larry. He had his legs spread out there. He's doing everything he could to get that yardage. They hit him about 2 yards short of the 1st down, and he just kept driving until he got it.
From the 19-yard line. Boy, that's a big play by the Bearcats at the 4:20 mark of the 3rd quarter, leading 28-20 Booneville over Marianna-Lee.
And there's an official's timeout on the field, I think, for an equipment problem. Marianna-Lee. Looks like one of their secondary personnel has got a helmet problem. Boy, Shaw wouldn't be denied that 1st down. Not at all.
They stopped him at the line, but he kept chugging.
And I'll tell you what, that number, was that 68 or 58? Defensive tackle. He is huge.
That young man is Larry Duvall. No, you're talking about H.D. Smith, aren't you?
Yes,
68,
I am.
big guy. And that Davis keeps it, and he stripped of the football, but it goes out of bounds. Number 76, Stephen McDonald stripped Derek of the football, but thankfully it rolled out of bounds, buddy, at the 14-yard line.
That was an option play to the left side. Good fake to the fullback, and a good read that time by Derek Davis. He pulls the ball, and he's got room to run. He's going to gain 5 yards on that play, but Marianna-Lee's getting a little bit more, what's the word?
Finesse?
Yeah, they're doing a great job of getting them stopped now and also stripping the ball. That's twice in 3 plays where the ball's been stripped out.
Pickup is 4 yards. 2nd down play. McDonald's got it. Cuts back upfield. He's going to be nailed at the 10. Well, I think he's going to be a little bit shy of the 1st down.
That's going to be close. It may be close.
Going to bring up a 3rd and extremely short situation just outside the 10. Oh, wait a minute. They spotted inside the 10.
Just
3rd down, though. He needed to get about another 6 inches.
He's about a half a yard short of a 1st down, so about 3rd and a half a yard. There is 3 minutes and 28 seconds remaining in this 3rd quarter. Booneville holding on to an 8-point lead. It's 28-20. Bearcats lead.
Bolliard goes wide left. Bearcats yet to throw the football tonight. In motion is Christian. Curtis gets the call at the 5, at the 3. Touchdown! Curtis Christian. And he just ran over Rodney Moore, number 1, at the end of that play.
Curtis Christian's having a star-spangled night tonight. Great job by Curtis Christian.
Boy, that helps. Bearcats extended back to what could they already have extended it back to 14. If this point goes through, it's a 15-point lead.
You know what's amazing, Larry, is that what they do is they run these offensive plays, and it's like Curtis Christian doesn't carry the ball very often. When he does, he scores.
Mr. Pack is perfect. Your score, Booneville 35, Marianna-Lee 20. We'll be back. of the night from 10 yards out. He had a 60-yarder earlier, buddy, and a little bit of breathing room at 35-20 with 3:08 left in the third quarter.
I like the way you put that little emphasis on little bit of breathing room.
Well, the Marianna-Lee, I mean, 2 touchdowns, that's about a half a minute's work.
I'll tell you, Marianna has really impressed us offensively, no doubt about it. And the Bearcats are in their kind of pre-kickoff huddle. They'll approach the football. Larry, in the first half, Booneville rushed 27 times for 353 yards to Marianna's 19 times, 102 yards.
The kick is angled again. Fielded a fumble. Bearcats may get in a safe. I believe Marianna wound up with it. They did, but Bearcats had a golden opportunity.
The ball got kicked. It was right out in amongst a bunch of purple jerseys with not a white jersey inside, and the ball was kicked right back into the white jerseys.
Number 20, Jonathan Dilks, wound up with it for the Marianna-Lee Trojans.
Holy cow, Coach Rippey's about to have a spaz attack down there.
Well, let's see, at the 28-yard line, Marianna-Lee will put it in play. 1st and 10. Booneville leads 35-20. 3 minutes left in the third quarter. Shannon Harden wants to throw it. Got a man, but he's tackled immediately. That's only about a 2-yard gain, buddy. Tobler Turner in on the hit.
And I believe also Bulliard was the first one to stick him there. That was a good defensive play. That same play, that little swing pass.
Number 11 is, buddy, I hate to interrupt you, number 11 is hobbled. He is favoring one of his ankles over the other. That was Quentin Arnell, I believe.
That swing pass has been dangerous on us all night long, and that was a great defensive effort to get that stopped.
Well, number 1, Rodney Moore, comes wide right. They go with 3 wide outs to the left side of the football. Shannon Harden wants to throw again over the middle, incomplete. Boy, he threw that into coverage. I'm telling you, Marcus Brown, the intended receiver.
Take a look at that, Larry. Marcus Brown is the only receiver in that pattern on that slant. Look how many purple jerseys
they were all around it. So
4,
one of the
at
ball
least 4 or 5, yeah.
Dangerous throw.
That shows you that he has got, the quarterback has got, Harden has got tons of confidence in Marcus Brown. He just thinks if he can throw it in his area, he'll make the play, and he may be right.
Harden takes the snap. Cameron Greer nowhere to run with it. Trying to get something going. Can't get the corner turn. Driven out of bounds by Tobler Turner.
And that's going to be about a 5 or 6 yard loss. He tried to run the pitch sweep to the right side that time, Larry, and there was so much defensive purple on the right side, he couldn't even run it there.
That's going to bring up a 4th down and 11, buddy. They're not going to go for it here. The line of scrimmage is their 29-yard line. I don't think Marianna-Lee will be going for it on 4th and 11.
And I tell you what, if Tobler Turner wasn't smarting on that right shoulder of his, he'd have stroked him over on that sideline too.
There's the punt. Number 2 kicks it out. Shannon Harden, the quarterback. He gets a good roll on it. Picked up at the 41. Back to midfield. Turner, 45. And he's going to be nailed at the 47.
Larry, do you realize something that just happened just now? I believe that's the first punt of the night.
I think you're right.
We are 1:54 remaining in the third quarter, and I believe that's the first punt. Am I right, guys? Has this been entertaining or what?
You notice that Tobler Turner gallops when he gets the football.
Was that Red Grange they call
like
the
this.
Galloping Ghost?
Yeah. Got the whole shoulders moving up and down.
Booneville, 1st and 10, ball at the 46-yard line of Marianna.
Christian in motion.
Shaw
at the 35, 30, 25, 20, 15, 10, stopped at the 6.
Well,
boy, number 1, Rodney Moore, was the last player with a shot at him.
Give Shaw a 40-yard gain on that carry.
Boy, this would be one for the books if they can jam it in here, buddy. You got to like the chances of the Bearcats with only a quarter left.
Oh, no doubt about it. You do definitely like the chances. There is a Marianna-Lee player down, Larry, at the 45-yard line right now, and he is in pain. Booneville is going to take their helmets off. Everybody's going to kind of wait. I guess we could go for a break.
is now up on his feet, shaking up still, being assisted off, is Jonathan Ivory, number 55. And he's not quite walking a straight line.
No. He's feeling the effects of that last play. You know, that's one thing about the Bearcats. I tell you what, we'll hit so hard. That's impressive. Booneville will hit you. They'll knock sparks off of you. And now Booneville, speaking of that, with 1:45 remaining in the third quarter, leading 35-20, has a 1st and goal, Larry. The ball is just outside the 5-yard line.
Derek Davis underneath center. Is it to Shaw? Shaw's going to be stopped shy of the goal line at about the 2-yard line. Daniel Shaw.
Well, I tell you what, we got a good vantage point of watching Shaw running that ISO play right here from our viewpoint right here, and you can just see the impact when Shaw hits the defensive line and just surges them back.
Daniel had a 30-yard touchdown run back in the first quarter. But as usual, buddy, the scoring has been well distributed among Bearcat running backs tonight.
And Coach Rippey likes to keep it that way.
Bolliard goes wide right. Derek Davis comes up to take the snap.
2nd goal from the 2, Larry.
In motion, McDonald. Let's see. Shaw got the call, I believe, and he's stacked up at about the 1-yard line. That's going to bring up a 3rd down.
Larry, that time Shaw's feet got out from underneath him. Somebody kind of cut him at the line of scrimmage, and his feet shot straight back. And that's about the only time Shaw can't run, is when his feet's up in the air.
You're looking at number 68 down there. That's H.D. Smith, and you need a pickaxe to get over him and some hiking shoes. But he is a load.
3rd and
number
goal.
68, you got him there on the monitor. You'll see him tomorrow on the playback in the morning. Gigantic. There's a timeout. Booneville, let's take a time in for this message. Bearcat Stadium, we're 18 seconds away from the end of the third quarter. Bearcats in front, 35-20. Knocking on the door again. They're a yard away on a 3rd and goal situation, buddy.
Larry, I think what happened, the reason that Davis took the timeout, is if you look in both end zones, the 25-second clock is no longer lit up. And I think that Davis got the line of scrimmage, saw the 25-second clock wasn't working, and he just wanted to make sure that we didn't have a delay game.
3rd down play. They're going to go with Christian. Touchdown. Curtis Christian kind of sneaks into the end zone from a yard out.
On a blast play to the left side, in motion, and then right behind the fullback.
Comes at 14 seconds of the third quarter, and the Bearcats have sprinted out to a 41-20 lead with the extra point attempt coming.
Larry, like we were talking about earlier, this is really a balanced Bearcat football team, very talented but balanced. That offensive line has done a great job all night long, starting from the center, Brian Manus, all the way out.
Mr. Pack. And the kick is up, plenty long enough, and it's good. Perfect Pack. He's 6 for 6 tonight, 42-20, and we will be back.
Doesn't a man
The Bearcats are out in front, 42-20, 14 seconds left in the third quarter.
Looks like Andrew Haney, number 90 for the Bearcats, is going to be the kicker. And as weeks go by, we never know who that kicker is going to be until we see him out there with their jersey number. And it is Andrew Haney.
There's the kick. Fielded at the 27. Fumble. Picked up. Well, they've had trouble.
He's going nowhere.
Bearcats nailed him at the 29. Who was it, number 21?
It's 31.
31, Cameron Greer.
And I believe
they've had some trouble hanging on to kickoffs tonight, buddy.
And I believe that was Levi Luder on the stop that time for the Bearcats on kickoff coverage.
Ball is at the 29-yard line, 1st down 10 for the Trojans.
Let's see, Marianna now has the ball 1st and 10 to start this drive at their own 29-yard line, Larry, with 7 seconds remaining in the third quarter.
From their own 29, Marianna-Lee trailing by 22 points. 7 seconds left in the third period. This will be the last play of the third quarter. Deep pitch. Cameron Greer cuts back upfield at the 32-yard line. He's going to pick up about 3. That's going to end the third quarter. 1 left, folks. 42-20. Booneville will be back after this.
Does the sound of a real American muscle car make your heart race? How about driving a truck that has outsold the competition for over 2 decades? Then Tyler Ford is the place for you. With a complete selection of heavy-duty work and play trucks, a great selection of used vehicles, and a service shop to keep them running in top shape for years to come, why go anywhere else? Come see what a small-town dealer can do for you. Tyler Ford, Highway 10 West in Booneville.
Well, buddy, the Bearcats have 1 quarter to go, and they will advance to the quarterfinal round. Oh, actually be the second round. Quarterfinals 2 weeks from tonight. They lead at 42-20 over Marianna-Lee. And they've got 12 minutes standing between them and a trip to the second round, which would be here next Friday night.
Between either Dover or Ashdown, the winner of the Dover-Ashdown game. Second down and 8. Marianna-Lee faces at the 32-yard line of Marianna-Lee.
Quarterback Shannon Hart wants to throw, being chased. Still looking, firing, incomplete at the 40-yard line. Well, that's close to not having anybody near that football.
Larry, I tell you, defensively for the Bearcats, they did a great job covering his receivers. Number 2, the quarterback, Shannon Harden, had a lot of time to throw the ball, but the defensive secondary for Booneville has played fantastic football tonight in getting those receivers covered. He never had anybody to throw it to. The only guy he had open was a guy streaking down the left side, but he was rotating for his life to the right, and there's no way he could have got the ball over here.
11:52 left in this football game. 42-20, Booneville out in front. Marianna-Lee has it at their own 32-yard line. 3rd down and 8.
Couple of good defensive plays right here, and we could bust this thing wide open. Gonna run a lead option.
Deep pitch. Cameron Greer's got it. 35 up to the 38-yard line. Well, he's going to be shy of the first down by about a yard, maybe 2.
Boy, I tell you what, Larry, we talk about Marcus Brown. Greer's a great back also.
He is, but we got a flag, buddy. What was that for, guys? Anybody see it? A late hit or late flag?
Who's it against?
Somebody said something they weren't supposed to say.
Well, let's take a look. Dead ball foul, personal foul against the Bearcats.
Wait a minute, double personal fouls offsetting. Personal foul against each of these football clubs. Tempers beginning to flare just a little bit.
I'm not sure what we do. It was dead ball, so it'll be 4th down and 2.
4th and 2. And let's see, buddy, they're going to probably have to go for it here. There's just no other choice.
Well, I think in the position that we're in right now, they don't have any choice to go for it. I mean, Booneville's got a 22-point lead. There's only the 4th quarter left. You're in a hostile place in regard to Marianna-Lee. 4th and 1. If they can't get the 4th and 1, they can't win this football game anyway.
Well, they got wide out stretching from the sideline all the way back to the line of scrimmage.
4th down, 2.
Coach Rippey's not happy with one of our defensive players.
Shannon Harden at quarterback. 4th down, a yard to go. Deep pitch. Cameron Greer is going to be. Oh! I don't believe he got it.
I don't think he got it either, Larry.
Well, he's pointing first down, but clearly he didn't have the sticks made. I don't think it's going to work.
Larry,
Bearcats take
Booneville
over.
takes over on downs. Great defensive play that time.
Bearcats take control at the 39-yard line of Marianna-Lee.
Guys, help me out with this. I believe that was going to be King, number 60 in there. Wasn't that on the stop? Jacob King did a great job. Defensive end, left side over there. Strung it out, and he would not be denied. Stopping that thing short of the first down.
Now the Cats have a wonderful opportunity. Great field position at the 39-yard line of Marianna-Lee, leading the Bearcats. Still lead 42-20, but another one here, buddy. I think you can start to say the coffin's being nailed shut.
Here's
Davis keeps it. 30, 20, 10, touchdown, Derek Davis.
39-yard touchdown run, Derek Davis.
Holy mackerel. Derek Davis. Bearcats have flawlessly performed that option tonight. The best I've seen.
Larry, Marianna-Lee wouldn't have a chance unless they went back and started it all over again defensively against this option attack.
Well, they weren't prepared to handle it.
They weren't prepared to handle it. They're still not prepared to handle it.
Score comes at 11-18 of the fourth quarter. And guys, this is, let's see, the extra point attempt, Wayne Pack, no good. It's low. Score remains Booneville 48, Marianna-Lee 20. We'll be back. 11-18 left in this game. And guys, who would have thunk this? But one more score and extra point puts it in the mercy rule.
You know,
unbelievable.
we have bragged about Marianna-Lee's offense, how potent. Guys, there's your potent offense right there. Booneville Bearcats, potent offensive attack. These guys are frustrated. They don't know what to do to stop it.
Andrew Haney gets the kick up.
High,
it's short, fielded at the 27.
On the ground.
Fumbled again, picked up, retreating, gonna be nailed back at the 15.
Oh my goodness.
Great gang tackling by the Bearcats.
He's gonna be tackled at the 15-yard line. And in on that, at the bottom of that is Brad Riles, number 40.
Boy, with the exception of some penalties tonight in the wrong places, this has been a near flawless performance by Booneville.
I tell you what, offensively we have done a great job. Like you said, had a few penalties, but boy, the intensity that we've played with, I haven't seen a Booneville team play with since that ball game where Booneville won the state championship against Nashville. Brad West at quarterback did such a great job. Will Swint, all those guys. You can't name all of them. The intensity they played with is very similar to what we're looking at right here.
Shannon Harden trying to get Lee back into it. He wants to throw, being flushed out of the pocket. Firing almost intercepted, almost. But that only counts. Almost is only good in horseshoes and grenade throwing.
Oh, that was close right there, Larry. Springer was right in position to make the play, to make the interception.
Boy, Marcus Brown was out on the play. Well, I understand, buddy, that, well, we'll get into it in just a moment. Marianna-Lee comes to the line of scrimmage. 11:04 left. 48-20, Booneville in front.
Second down and 10, Larry, for Marianna-Lee.
Harden wants to throw. Firing incomplete. Rodney Moore, I believe, was the intended receiver. Is that number 1? Rodney Moore. But he wasn't within 15 yards of the football.
No, Larry, I think that time Shannon on that pass, he heard the defensive pressure coming in from the sides, and he just got rid of the football. He just threw the thing and just threw it out there like a lost cause.
Third down, 10 to go. Marianna-Lee.
Third and 10 from about the 16-yard line.
Triple wides to the right. Harden shuffles the ball back to Cameron Greer. What a tackle. Curtis Christian nailed him at the ankles. The shoe tops back at the 13-yard line.
Larry, they ran that pitch sweep that time to the left side, and Curtis Christian didn't even let him get out of the backfield. I believe you started to see the Marianna-Lee Trojans begin to fold. It's like the effort's not there right now.
Well, I think coaches and players all from Marianna were a little surprised, buddy. You and I were talking, and the coaches didn't think this would be much of a hurdle, did they?
Not from what I heard.
You know, you say it's easy to look at a film of Booneville and say they got no speed, they got no size, but there's a little thing called heart that plays a big part.
We're seeing the second punt of the night.
There's
Marianna-Lee is the one kicking it.
Bye gets a good roll out of it all the way out to the Marianna-Lee 46-yard line. Booneville will take over there. First and 10, Booneville from the Marianna 46.
Offensively for the Bearcats, on that offensive line, number 77, Matt Moats. Number 56 for the Bearcats, Aaron Plunkett. Wells is in there, Ron Wells. Great offensive line.
Boy, this has been as close to perfection for the Booneville Bearcats. The best we've seen them this year, buddy. They were prepared for this game.
McDonald on the carry.
Jeremy McDonald bounces off a couple of defenders, still on his feet at the 40, the 35, trying to strip the ball. Marcus Brown tried to bat the ball out of Jeremy's hands from behind, but nothing doing. Down to the 32-yard line, 1st and 10 Booneville.
Jeremy McDonald was just scampering that time for his life, and it ends up in a scamper for 13 yards and a 1st down. Ball is now at the 32-yard line of Marianna-Lee. And on that, we have 9 minutes, 52 seconds remaining in this ball game. Booneville leading 48-20 over Marianna-Lee.
Tobler-Turner back the other way. 30. Oh, Tobler takes a roller coaster.
Oh,
ride.
a hit.
He pops right up, though.
Number 21, I believe that was for the Marianna-Lee Trojans.
And Tobler's going to Tobler's going to get close to 6 yards on the play, buddy.
Well, Tobler, he came up fired up there. I believe you're going to start to see some changing. I saw several players going in. I thought they might be. They did pull Tobler out. Tobler's out, and Christian is in. 2nd down 5, Bearcats.
In motion, McDonald. Give it to Daniel Shaw, the big fullback, spinning down to the 23-yard line. Well, he's going to be about a yard and a half shy of the 1st down. 3rd down play.
Larry.
Call it 3rd and 1 for the Bearcats from the 23-yard line of Marianna-Lee.
Jacob King, Larry's also another one. They do a lot of work. They do a great job. Booneville now facing a 3rd down and a yard. Ball at about the 23-yard line of Marianna-Lee.
Christian in motion.
Shaw.
Daniel Shaw gets the call. 1st down, all the way down to the 15-yard line of the Trojans.
He's going to be tackled by number 60 for Marianna, and that's going to be Glenn Gardner. And Larry, do you get the impression that Marianna is just kind of going through the motions now? Just take a look at them.
I think that's about it, buddy. I think you can.
It's 48-20, 8-12 remaining in this football game, and they know that they've come to Booneville, Arkansas, and gotten beat.
And they got a good football team.
They do have a good team.
I think they're a little bit surprised to the man, the whole Marianna contingent, when they got in here tonight and saw the talent of the Bearcats and the heart of the Bearcats. Curtis Christian trying to get outside. Going to be pulled back. We got a penalty flag over there on the far side. Somebody strips the ball, and he's going to go all the way, but we got a flag on the play. Rodney Moore goes all the way back. Now he turns around to kind of taunt Jeremy McDonald. Look, I don't believe I'd be taunting anybody when I'm down 48-20. There is a flag.
There was some taunting going on. He turned around
That's
before he crossed the
ridiculous.
goal line.
Absolutely ridiculous. Rodney Moore, when he got to the 5-yard line, McDonald was in pursuit, starting out at about a 25-yard distance. That Rodney Moore backs into the end zone, taunting Jeremy McDonald when his team's trailing by 4 touchdowns. The touchdown stands, but I tell you.
The flag was against the Bearcats on a holding on the corner, and the ball was ripped from Curtis Christian, and he went all the way for a touchdown.
That makes it 48-26. Boy, you don't like to see that, though. You know, it infuriates me. It really does.
Tell us
How do you feel, Jason?
Tell us how you feel. But you're right, Larry. You're absolutely right. I mean, he's trailing 4 touchdowns, and he turns around and taunts from the 5-yard line.
I got to overlook that stuff, I guess. It's hard to do, though.
Marianna-Lee's going for 2, and they're going to take a timeout.
We'll take a time in for this message. He's going to go for a 2-point conversion again.
Larry, I don't even believe they've got a kicker to kick the extra point.
I don't think they do either. You're right.
They're just going to go for 2 every time.
Shannon Harden, the quarterback. He wants to throw it. Got a man in the far corner of the end zone. We got a pass interference there. And they're going to flag Jeremy McDonald, I believe. Looked like a pretty good play to me, but he must have gotten there a little early.
Well, let's see.
That's number 11, the intended receiver, Quentin Arnell. Somebody pushed off. Could have been offensive pass interference. We'll have to see.
They're going to charge it defensive pass interference, but hey, what the heck? I mean, what are you going to gain or lose by it? If you're in a position
well,
to
half the distance. Well,
yeah.
What is that, a yard and a half? Let's go.
Yeah.
Let's do it again.
Give him the ball back. If it looks like he's going to catch it, go ahead and do the pass interference. Actually, Jeremy McDonald was not in a bad position.
I thought Jeremy made a great play.
I thought
it did look like, but they got a lot closer to look at it than we do.
I thought he did it. I'm with you. I thought he did a great play.
Shannon Harden, deep pitch. Cameron Greer's going to be in. 2-point conversion good to Shannon Greer, 48-28. And we still have 7:33 left, buddy.
You know, Greer, once he got to the corner and made that and got across the goal line for the 2-point.
He's a tough running back. I'll tell you, Marcus Brown and Cameron Greer, quality running backs. And from what I've been able to tell, good sportsmen as well.
So now, boy, that was a turn of events, wasn't it?
Will they try an onside kick? You know what? I think, from what I've seen on the kickoffs, they may unintentionally try an onside kick.
Well, they're not very, very good at kicking the ball, are they?
Really.
From what we've seen from their punts, either they don't spend a lot of time on their
quarterback,
special
Shannon
teams.
Harden, does the place kicking as well. You remember he started the game off, and, buddy, I think he kicked it from their 40 to our 45. It was about a 15-yard kick.
And so far their punts have been about 20 and 25 yards per punt.
And half of that's on the roll. There's the kick. It's short. He might have intentionally gone for that. Fielded cleanly by the Bearcats at their own 41-yard line.
And that's going to be number 80 for the Bearcats, and he did a great job on that. That's Jed Bolliard. Jed Bolliard did a great job.
Number 52 is questioning, what's that all about? Number 52, Cecil Brooks, is appealing to the referee. I didn't see a flag on the play, but he's got his arms spread wide out, pleading some kind of a case. I don't know what it is. Late hit, okay. No flag? Must not have been a late hit. Okay.
That was that little pooch kick we see so often in high school football, Larry. Opting not to go for the onside, but just pooch it high. Jed Bolliard shows a fair catch early, makes a great catch, and just covers it on the ground.
Bearcats come to the line, leading 48-28. Daniel Shaw wrapped up at the 41-yard line. Maybe a yard on the play, 2nd and 9.
That the Bearcats get these Marianna-Lee guys beat down really good. Something happens to kind of fire them up.
Well, that takeaway on the far sideline that resulted in about an 85-yard jaunt by Rodney Moore got him back in it. The 2-point conversion was good, 48-28, 7 minutes left in the football game.
2nd down, 9, Booneville.
Jeremy McDonald into the secondary, midfield. Now Moore's trying to strip him again. See that? Rodney Moore came up after the play with almost in and trying to get his mitts in there and strip the ball.
Larry, he's going to be about a half a yard short, maybe a yard. Call it a half a yard short of a first down. It's going to be 3rd down and about a half a yard. Ball is spotted at the 49-yard line of Marianna-Lee, so we're now in Marianna territory. 6:19 remaining in this football game, folks, and Booneville still leading 48-28.
Up the middle, Shaw, 1st and 10, Booneville. He gets it and a little extra, buddy. Marianna-Lee in an act of desperation. They're trying to strip the ball every down now. You know,
every down. Well, that's the only chance they've got.
I don't think they're going to strip it out of Daniel Shaw's hands, folks.
Shaw's coming up just a little bit gimpy, but he's walking it off. But that is a first down for the Bearcats. Ball is now spotted at about the 47-yard line of Marianna-Lee. Clock is running. They wind it. Now reaches 6 minutes left in this ball game. The scouts from Dover and Ashdown have now left. I guess they've seen all that they needed to see tonight.
In motion, Jeremy McDonald. Derek Davis gives it to Daniel Shaw. We're going to keep it in the sure hands here.
Right now,
Daniel down to the 45-yard line.
Larry, you can see Coach Rippey's strategy from here on out. Just grind this thing out. There's only 5 minutes and 30 seconds left in this football game. If we score again, fine, but let's score when there's less than a minute left. And let's burn this clock, get this thing over with, go to the house with no injuries.
Bearcats have dominated for the most part tonight, buddy. They played a near-perfect game except for some penalties. Derek gives it to Tobler Turner. Tobler wants the corner, got a hole, 30, 25, dragged down from behind at the 23-yard line. Number 71 finally got to him, or was it 72? Let's see.
And Larry, that's going to be a 23-yard gain by Tobler Turner. Boy, Tobler Turner, Larry, is not showing any signs whatsoever of an injury.
He makes things happen, buddy. That's what you got to love about Tobler.
He's so excited to watch, and he's so excited to have good things happen. Look at him. When he comes back after making a good run, he just pops up, and he's just alive.
He's a loose runner. You know what I mean? He's unhinged at every joint, it looks like.
1st and 10, ball now at the 23-yard line of Marianna-Lee. 5:04 remaining.
Tight formation, wing T for the Cats. Gonna give it to McDonald, 20, 15, back inside, touchdown! Holy cow, Jeremy McDonald. Excellent read of the defense. Jeremy takes it in, 44-28 Booneville. And I tell you, Marianna just doesn't have the formula to stop the option attack tonight.
No, not tonight.
Or the personnel. You'd think they had the personnel, but they haven't shown it.
With 4:56 remaining in this football game, 54-28. And Booneville is going for 2.
Here we go. Bearcats are going to go for 2. Back in your face. Somebody jumps. Yeah, looked like number 50, a little too anxious. That would be Purvis Jones, a sophomore. And the Bearcats are going to get a half the distance step off, buddy. That makes a 2-point try a little bit easier, doesn't it?
Yes, it does. Larry, I'll tell you what happened right there. Booneville's gone up, and you know, Booneville just kind of goes on the same snap count. They go by boom and run it, boom and run it, boom and run it. They go up there and they bark on that snap count, and here they come. The whole left side of the defense of Marianna-Lee just caved in that time. So Booneville goes for 2.
Springer goes wide left. They're going to go with Daniel Shaw. Trots into the end zone. Daniel Shaw trots in for the 2-point conversion. Booneville 56. Marianna-Lee 28, and we'll be back. 575 running yards tonight.
Well, you know what I think?
5-7. Now let me explain it. That's a 5-7-5.
575 yards. You see that purple team down there with the gold pants and the gold helmet?
Oh, that's them.
That's them. You know what they think? They think they're good.
It's going to take a good team to beat these guys.
They think they're number 1, and you know what? I think
they
they're
are
right.
too. It's going to tell you this. You don't ever want to chalk a win up before you play the game, but it's going to take a good team to beat this Booneville team.
Yes, it is. And the crowd is getting into this thing.
End over end. Fielded it to 27 again. Nearly every kickoff has been kicked to that exact point. And number 11 on the return, Quentin Arnell. So Marianna-Lee gets another crack at it. 56-28 Booneville. Bearcats have blown it open in the second half.
I believe that's going to be Andrew Springer, number 45, on that defensive or kickoff coverage stop for the Bearcats. Andrew Springer's played good football this year.
That's just an amazing, I'm mind-boggling. 500, nearly 600 yards rushing tonight.
You know what? Think about how much we rushed for last week and the week before. It's phenomenal. This team is putting up just huge numbers.
And it's not one back that does it. You can't concentrate on one running back.
1st and 10, Marianna from their own 30-yard line. 4:49 remaining. Booneville leading 56-28.
Deep pitch.
There's the reverse.
There's Marcus Brown trying to turn the corner. Nailed by Curtis Christian back at the 27. Marcus Brown tried to fend him off with the old stiff arm, but I tell you what happened. Curtis grabbed his stiff arm and jerked him down.
He just used that stiff arm for a stick.
Yeah, he did. It was kind of a lever, a fulcrum. These
boys know how to play some football. They are so fun to watch. Oh, my goodness.
And Stacy, the haircut McCullough, has checked in. Come on the air, Stacy. Tell us what you think.
I think it's time to warm the bus up.
There you go. You want to sing a few bars of Turn Out the Lights, the party's over.
No,
right?
but you can stick a fork in them because they're done.
Hash mark to the near side. Harden wants to throw. Looking. Chase. Chase running for his life. Chase. Nail. 27-yard line. Andrew Springer put the finishing touches on him, but I tell you, Curtis Christian had him on the run. Also number 75 for the Bearcats in hot pursuit. That was Wayne Pack.
You know, Larry, during the course of the night, we've been so excited we haven't thanked Sean for the pizza that he brought us
great.
tonight.
And the sub sandwiches, too.
And the Subway sub sandwiches, open till 11, both Mazio's and Subway.
Go
open
down,
till
go
11.
to Mazio's. Celebrate tonight with a pizza and then top it off with a sub.
Or the other way around. I mean, what the heck? This is festivities tonight.
This is a great game. Booneville has played a great football game tonight.
Boy, their intensity was about as high as I've seen it.
It's been something to watch.
Third down, 12 yards now. Ball at the 28-yard line, Marianna-Lee.
Shannon Hard, little quick look-in pass. Complete out to number 11. And he's going to be nailed. Good gang tackling by the Cats. Quentin Arnell had nowhere to go with it.
Initially hit by Derek Davis and slowed down, and then just a mob of purple jerseys engulfs him. And I think he's still on the ground. He's getting up now.
That will bring up a fourth down, buddy, and we'll call it 10. Well, they'll probably go for it.
It's going to be 4th and 10. But what do you do? I mean, it's 56.
You got to go for it.
I tell you what, Marianna-Lee is going to know when they leave Bearcat Stadium, they don't want to come back here no more. 4th and 10. Ball at the 30-yard line, Marianna-Lee. 2:07 remaining.
Now Harden wants to throw. On the run. Complete at the 45. At the 50, Marcus Brown. Tobler Turner got him, but Marcus Brown gets the first down. Tobler, he's like a Mexican jumping bean. Up and down, a bobblehead.
You know what? And if Tobler doesn't get him tackled, he gets that speed going for him, and he goes and scores.
I tell you what, Tobler's enthusiasm is something to see, isn't it?
Look at him. He just like vibrates out there.
Bearcats were not going to be denied tonight. I don't know if anybody could have beaten them out here tonight, buddy.
Boy, they were strong. They have been strong tonight. 1st and 10, ball at the 47-yard line, Marianna-Lee. 1:39 remaining in this football game. Booneville leading 56-28.
Harden wants to throw. Throws it behind him. Retrieved on a bounce by Cameron Greer to the midfield stripe. Nailed at the 45.
I tell you what. There's old Greer right there. Greer is a good back.
Yeah, Curtis Christian put a tattoo on Greer down at the 45-yard line. But Greer, you're right, buddy. Cameron Greer, Marcus Brown, quality running backs.
Ozark 21. Rivercrest 20.
Ozark defeats Rivercrest 21-20. 2 minutes left. I thought he said 21-20 Ozark over Rivercrest with 2 minutes left. Shannon Harden. Now we got a whistle and a flag. They're going to stop it before it gets unwound here, buddy. 41 seconds remaining. Well, if Ozark hangs on, buddy, your top 2 and 4 AAA will advance.
Oh, that by far, yeah. I'm kind of looking down here at Davis. Davis has hurt a little bit on the sideline down here.
Derek Davis.
Oh, is it?
The Trojans moves the ball back to the 50-yard line.
Okay.
It's going to be 2nd down and 8.
Penalty takes it back to the midfield stripe. 2nd down, 8 yards to go. 41 seconds left. Clock starts.
Well, they're looking at him. I think he's going to be okay. They're kind of looking at him a little bit. He's squeezing it off. He's okay. He got that finger bashed a little bit, but he's okay. 2nd down and 8, Marianna.
Harden rolling, retreating. He's been on a run all night. 57's got him in his sights. Incomplete. Intended for Cameron Greer. That'll bring up a 3rd down and 8. And we down to 12 seconds, buddy.
Oh, Tony Davis was he was putting the pressure on him.
Ashdown defeated Dover.
Well, it looks like Ashdown beats Dover.
Dover led early in that one, 14-7, but Ashdown finished the regular season 9-1.
That means that we'll be meeting Ashdown here next Friday night.
Did you get a score on it? Score on it? 28-20, Ashdown over Dover. 28-20 is the score we have. Ashdown defeats Dover. So at Ashdown tonight.
Booneville against Ashdown next Friday night right here, Bearcat Stadium. With 12 seconds remaining, Booneville leading 56-28. Marianna faces a 3rd and 8 from the 50-yard line.
This could do it, buddy. 3rd down play. They're going to go up the middle of Marcus Brown. Marcus spinning into the secondary near the 1st down, but we're down to 5 seconds. Clock moving. That's going to do it. That's it. Bearcats have won the opening round game against Marianna-Lee tonight. Your final score, Booneville 56, Marianna-Lee 28. And, buddy, a near flawless performance.
Oh, man, that was a great performance offensively by the Bearcats and did a decent job defensively also.
The Bearcats want to shake hands with some of the Marianna-Lee players who headed to the dressing room. Some of them are staying to shake hands.
Quite a performance, Larry, by the Booneville Bearcats. Davis, I was watching him on the sideline. It looked like he may have got his hand stepped on, but it was his left hand. He seems to be shaking it off okay.
Well, I tell you what, this is the sharpest we have seen a Bearcat victory this year. This has just been fabulous. 600 yards, very near 600 yards rushing. Everything they did worked. Marianna-Lee could not defense the option attack, buddy. It's just a perfect game by the Bearcats with the exception of a few inopportune penalties.
Well, the penalties, I think, were those that are just generated from just pure excitement on the Bearcat side, just trying to get out there and get somebody hit and just get the play off. I tell you, one of the things I was so impressed about the Bearcats is how prepared they were. Not only were they prepared mentally as a football team ready to play this football game, I tell you what, they were obviously very prepared as far as being coached. There were so many situations that we saw where Marianna-Lee went into a defense or an offensive set. Booneville didn't even make adjustments to it. Matter of fact, they even made adjustments that looked like it was opposite of what that offensive set was and was always in perfect position to make the play.
Well, we're looking at Ashdown next week right here in Booneville, Bearcat Stadium. Airtime will be somewhere around 7:20. Kickoff at 7:30. And, buddy, take care of yourself this week. Try to get over there. You and I still got just a smidgen of this stuff, and we're going to try to dump the rest of it somewhere.
Well, we've both had it this week.
We have, I'll tell you what.
There's no doubt about that.
But this makes it all worthwhile, huh? It makes you feel better.
I've been excited about as cruddy as I felt for at least the first few days of this week. I've been excited about this football game all week long. Playoff time is just it's a
little
time
bit.
of year.
You know, you approach a game like this as a team from the other side of the state. You don't know a whole lot about them. You know that they've got some talent.
Right.
But you have to be focused. The Bearcat coaching staff was focused, succeeded in getting that across to the team. And like I told you, I don't believe anybody could have come in here in AAA and beaten the Bearcats tonight.
Well, you know, we were talking about earlier too, Larry, about 3 AAA, about what a strong conference that everybody's talked about that was. So far tonight that we know of, Booneville now has beat Marianna-Lee. Ozark has sent Rivercrest home.
Well, I think there was 2 minutes left in that game.
Okay.
But Ozark was leading. Do you have a final on it, anybody? Ozark defeats Rivercrest. That is a final 21-20. And we don't have a score. Farmington was at Osceola tonight, and Elkins was at Harrisburg, and I picked Elkins in that game.
You know, Elkins has a good chance of going into Harrisburg and making something happen. I don't know about the Farmington. Farmington going to Osceola is going to be a tough deal, but who knows? I mean, 4 AAA could come out of this thing 4-0. Who knows?
That's it, folks. That's about all the damage we can do tonight. Once again, your final from Bearcat Stadium, opening round of the AAA Arkansas High School Football Playoffs. Booneville 56, Marianna-Lee 28. Next Friday night, Ashdown, Booneville, right here.
Yeah, tell them to be here. I know you guys like to listen to this, and we like to do it, but guys, right here in the stands is where we need the noise.
That's where we need you. Larry Dean Mitchell. We got Jason Barber Rodettes right here Stick your head in there and look. There he is. Oh, no, don't. We won't break the camera. And down here, Stacy, the haircut. McCullough, the secret weapon. We said it earlier in the year, and it hadn't let us down yet. There it is, folks. The haircut. You can't cut your hair. That's your strength. That's the strength of the team, is in that Stacy hair that you see there. Buddy, been a good one.
It has been a good one.
I say so
and now
long.
I'm excited about next week.
So long, everybody.
So long.